Today we will be talking about Guatemala. Algunos hechos. La capital es la ciudad de Guatemala. El presidente es Jimmy Ernesto Morales Cabrera. El gobernador es una república presidencial. La población es un 17 millones de 247,807. Lo mundial es GTQ. Algunos gestos. Los guatemaltecos generalmente despiden levantando sus manos con la palma hacia adentro y agitando sus dedos hacia los mismos. Generalmente combina el espacio persona y el contacto. En la mayoría de los entornos urbanos, los guatemaltecos tienden a sentirse más cómodos a una distancia de un del otro. Also, the Tiki Temple is known big in Guatemala. It's in the middle of the Tiki National Park. It's also known as the Temple of the Lord Chocolate. It's one of the Tiki's greatest rulers is buried here, and he is mostly associated with this temple. His time was during 682 through 734 AD. That's when it was built. The temple has a height of 47 meters and was evacuated between 1955 and 1964. Comida. Some main meals is chilies. They are stuffed with chili peppers, rice, cheese, meat, and vegetables. They are served with tortillas and tomato sauce. Chicken papin is a chicken and spicy pumpkin and sesame sauce. This is a national dish of Guatemala. There's also the traditional Mayan turkey soup with spices. Some of the snacks is guacamole served with chips or just on toppings of other foods. Spiced mangoes is sliced green mangoes seasoned with chili and lime sold from street carts. And then there's the roasted ears of corn with cheese, lime, chili, butter, and mayonnaise. And then you have the dessert, the tres leches cake. It's a cold kind of dessert, a cake soaked in 3 types of milk, including evaporated milk, sweetened condensed milk, and cream. The culture. About the school and language. El español es el idioma oficial de Guatemala. Sin embargo, hay docenas de idiomas más que se hablan en todo el país. La mayoría de los niños no hablan español, pero empujan a sus hijos a aprender la educación. Comienza a los 7 años y continúa hasta que la familia no puede mantener financialmente. It also talked about how sometimes kids just decided that they weren't going to continue their education and they would do things just as make crafts and find money, and their financial support would come from pretty much doing at-home things. Some about the people. The Guatemalan culture is influenced by 2 major ethnic groups, the Indian Mayans and those of mixed or non-Indigenous heritage known as mestizos. There's also a group of people that live along the Caribbean side of Guatemala. They call them the Garfina. The Garfinas are descendants of African slaves and Arawak Indians from the West Indies brought to the Central America by the British in the 18th century. The Garfinas have their own culture that is separate from the rest of Guatemala.